Thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to be here and also to be introducing LPG to a hydrogen seminar. And maybe most of you don't realize that about 200 million tons of LPG is distributed and used as energy every year. That's about the same amount as aviation fuel. Everybody's talking about how we get sustainable aviation fuel. Not very many people are talking about how we get sustainable LPG. But we really want to do that. We want to get opportunities for our customers and all of the customers also in Korea who currently rely on LPG. Oops. So let me tell you first a little bit about who we are. SHV stands for Steenkolenhandelsvereniging, which is Dutch for Coal Traders Association. And it was established about 126 years ago by 7 families who were trading coal from Germany through the Netherlands. And this family-based, privately owned company that worked together to be most efficient is really still the driving force behind SHV. We now operate around the world and serve around 30 million customers, delivering them LPG in the form that they need it, in a cylinder or in a bulk tank or for their transport needs. So we supply about 5.5 million tons of product directly to customers, and we also organize around 5 million tons of third-party sales globally. This makes us the largest distributor, but if you're good at maths, you remember that I said 200 million tons are distributed. So at 5.5 million tons, even though we're the biggest, we're still only very small because it's a very diverse and fragmented market, which is one of the reasons that we need to pull together, not just as an LPG industry, but with others also looking for solutions across the energy mix to make things happen. And what we really want to do as SHV Energy is offer our customers an increasingly better opportunity to use energy that meets their needs at the right price, but also lowering and lowering and lowering their carbon so that they can defossilize at the pace that's possible for them. So what we've been doing in the last couple of years with our ambition that by 2040, by the way, which is not very far away, we will have replaced all of that 5.5 million tons of fossil LPG that we sold in 2017 with alternatives. We've been innovating in terms of new products. The first thing that we introduced was bio-LPG, otherwise known as renewable propane or renewable butane. This is really important because it's exactly the same chemically as fossil propane and butane. Doesn't require any infrastructure changes or any changes for the customer. It's a complete drop-in solution. We're really proud of our role pioneering bio-LPG, the first company globally to offer this to our customers, and it's now available in 10 countries in Europe. We also started launching bio-LNG in 2021, which is a direct drop-in solution for LNG as well. It's liquid biomethane, sometimes actually physically liquefied biogas, and other times in a more book and claim scenario, depending on the regulations of the country. But again, here we're looking for solutions that make sense for our customers, looking at the best use of the opportunities with the feedstock, the conversion technology, and the product or the application that the customer needs energy for. What we also realized fairly quickly is we need to look outside propane, butane, and LNG to really get to large volumes quickly at the right price point. And that's when we decided to really focus on RDME, or dimethyl ether. So DME is very, very similar to LPG, but not exactly the same. But we can blend it up to 20% with propane and use existing infrastructure. Again, no changes required. Or we can change a few things, small modifications to the equipment, and offer it as a 100% product offering. This is wonderful, but we then also need large volumes of RDME. And so we decided to invest in production facilities. So we've now set up 2 new companies that will be really championing the development of RDME. And the first facility will be opening in the UK, taking waste, municipal solid waste, just normal black bin waste, and converting that into RDME. And that really offers an immediate opportunity at the right price point for our customers' energy needs. I think there's a lot of interest also here in Korea. We know of some people also looking into this, and we're interested to see how we can exchange understanding of what the role of RDME can be as an LPG complement, but also as a hydrogen carrier. Because hydrogen is wonderful in so many ways, as all of you here and listening at home know, but there are some challenges in terms of transport and storage. So when we think about the right way of getting it to all the different diverse off-grid decentral applications, it may be that we also need to look at hydrogen carriers, and DME is a very good example of that. But there are other ways that hydrogen can also be locally supplied and used for specific uses. And this is something we are very keen to understand, and why we believe it's interesting to exchange learnings with people here in Korea, because getting the locally available feedstock converted into hydrogen, either, of course, through a renewable energy electricity route or through an alternative route to hydrogen through, for example, biogas conversion, is really the best way that we can make sure that energy stays locally available, affordable, and sustainable. So we're really interested in understanding what kind of solutions you already have developed or are thinking of developing, and we're looking forward to exchanging some ideas on that with you. Part of that puzzle, though, also has to be about capturing the carbon, because somewhere in the chain, when you make hydrogen, most of the time there is some carbon involved. And that's where we need to be really careful how we understand how we do that effectively to make sure that we're not adding more carbon emissions somewhere in the whole value chain. So carbon capture, utilization, and or storage is an important part of that piece. Pre-combustion, post-combustion, all interesting topics for us to understand. What could we do as a distribution company, customer-centric distribution company? How can we work with parties to make this possible, to lower the carbon intensity of all of the products that we currently supply? So again, we're looking forward to hearing strong suggestions from you in this area. And what else could we do? How else could we be offering new business models to our customers through other molecules or through on-site production and use? We're really keen to understand what the future looks like and to invest in that together with the right partners. So really that's the overarching theme of what we're here to present and what we're here to learn from during this H2 Meet session and in visits here in Korea. We know that collaboration is the only way we're really going to solve some of the big climate and environmental issues that we have as one world. So please reach out with any ideas that you have for collaboration. We're ready to partner, to invest, and to see how we can innovate together. Thank you very much.